Back against the wall, clocks ticking, divine signs, universe aligned. Rhythm in these hard times, patience my grind. Faith thicker than gold mines. In the darkness, man, the bright light always shines. Watch the storms roll, skies dark, but I ain't blind. In the struggle, found a strength, God right behind. Building my empire, brick by brick, I designed. Blueprints written, every piece intertwined. God's timing never late, never early. Waiting in the wings like a hawk, watch me surely. His plan on the track, life's a journey. Blessings in disguise, I keep it sturdy, wordy. Doubt creeping in, feel
Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Out here doing another one of my walks. Somebody came up to me for some directions and I had no idea what I was talking about. He's way over there. Asked me if there was an access to the sidewalk over there, but I had never been to that area. And I told him I don't think so. But I haven't even been over there. So I should have just said, I really don't know. I haven't been that way. Kind of did in my own way. I've been this way, and I know that it's a big patch of grass. But then you have to kind of turn around and go back down the other way. I'm glad that he made up his own mind and went that way just to find out. After I kind of told him that I haven't really gone that way myself. I think that's the topic that I want to talk about today. Which is kind of amazing because I didn't really know what I was going to make this video about. And it was just handed down to me right there. Getting direction. Because in my life, I know that I've always tried to look for the right direction. And every time that I went out and tried to ask somebody for direction, or try to find some kind of a reference point to the direction that I should be going regarding life, in the direction of life, whatever way I was trying to find myself to go. I always tried asking people, and I always found myself asking somebody who hasn't gone in the direction that I'm looking to go to themselves. And just like I did right now, it's like I wanted to help him. I wanted to be nice. But I had no idea where that road led to. I had no idea where he wanted to go. But still, I had to put my 2 cents in and feel like a good person, right? And so I told him what I thought. Oh, I think the road leads to a bunch of grass, and I don't think we can get to the sidewalk over there. And that's kind of like the advice and the answers that I would get from the people that I was looking for direction from. It's like, well, I haven't really done it myself, but if you try this, or I would have tried this, or I wish I would have done this, but they never did it themselves. And here I am listening, and it came out of the kindness of their heart. I hope so. Could have just been an ego thing where they just wanted to feel like they knew something. No judgment. I did it. They did it. We all do it. But at the end of the day, just like that guy, you gotta follow your own direction. You gotta figure it out. Because the truth is, sometimes there is no pathway to where you're trying to get to. Sometimes you're going to have to make the path on your own. Or the path that somebody else took is not going to be for you. And you have to do your own thing. Figure out your own way. Like learning in school. It's a lot different for a lot of people. Just in math alone, I remember that teachers would try to show me how to solve a problem. And I wouldn't quite understand or be able to grasp the technique that they were doing to solve those problems. But I'd go home and I'd work on it, and I'd do it my own way, figure out the answer, and come to the same conclusion. And it always kind of like, I guess that should have been an eye-opener. Now that I can reflect on it as I am at this age in my life, this time in my life, it helps me with a lot of things that I'm going through. I'm not always going to be able to do things the same way other people do, and I shouldn't try to do things the same way other people do, because I'm not trying to be like anybody else. I should figure things out on my own. Look at those two eagles. Absolutely amazing. That was pretty awesome. But you see how they went in different directions? They're probably going to end up in the same place later on. But they're independent. And they're probably independently looking for food. What was I saying about... doing it my own way. Figuring things out on my own. Kind of making my own path. And I learned things in life. You know, there's a lot of good advice out there. There's definitely a lot of wiser people. Just gotta be careful, because there's a lot of people who say they know something, or have a sense, or just have some like bag of tricks where they can make it look like they know stuff. And then there is wise people out there who do know what they're talking about, who have been given the wisdom from God. I believe it's from God. It's like in the Bible. I'm not too deep into the Bible, but since I was kind of raised religious, I would say. We followed my dad to a lot of different churches. There's that eagle again. Hope it's in the camera. Well, my dad took us to a lot of different churches, through a lot of different religions. So, the Bible is something I'm familiar with. I never really got deep into it, but I am familiar with the stories, and mostly it was like going to church and being put in those kids groups. They'd show us movies and teach us stories about Moses and the disciples and Jesus. But there's a lot of moments where like there was people given wisdom by God, and then there was people like magi's or magicians. I think magi's another word for magician, or these people that worked for the Pharaoh who would say that they can see visions, who said they were, prophets, and they can see the future and they can talk to God and all of that. But then when they would go up against, not up against because it wasn't really a competition or anything, but then when there would be a wise person, like the story of Moses, where he goes, I think it was into one of the cities. I remember this from the movie, the cartoon movie. He's in front of Pharaoh, and these magi like release snakes or something in front of him. And then Moses is able to defeat the snakes. I forgot how, with another snake. There's people who would say they could heal people, but they weren't really healed. They were just kind of tricking them into being healed. And then Jesus would come in and actually perform miracles where he healed them 100%. So that's kind of like a lot of the stuff that I've seen either in YouTube or just out in everyday life. They make a lot of shows about like mediums, people who talk to the dead, psychics who say they can see the future and tell you your card readings and stuff. Hypnotists who can hypnotize you. They really can put you in a trance and make you go to sleep, make you drop smoking and doing that stuff. And I really do believe like therapists are kind of like those people where they understand how to trick your mind into doing things, and they can get you to believe that they're doing things to change you, but it's all kind of like a form of hypnosis, I would say. And most of the time, the way you could really tell is who's making a lot of money from it, and what, if they're making any money from it, and what they're doing with that money. Because you'll see a lot of these hypnotists going around and charging for shows, or charging millions of dollars to hypnotize you to be rich, to be confident. And then there's other people who are just out there every day kind of trying to tell you you're under a spell, you're hypnotized. And they'll do free events, right? Their videos don't cost a thing. They might generate money from it. Pay attention to where that money goes to. There's a lot of good people and a lot of bad people. But at the end of the day, it's kind of your own responsibility to figure it out, to pull yourself out of the trance. I think the main cause, well, there's a lot of influence, right? Because an influential person, somebody who can be moved and controlled through emotions, through reactions, that's a very profitable person. You can make a lot of money from, imagine just a whole society of people who can be manipulated through ways of media, through ways of commercials, music. Just imagine a whole nation that's being controlled and doesn't even know about it. You can use fear. You can use excitement, promising change, doing all of this stuff. That's why it's really important for you to figure things out. You can use help. Just a little bit, though. It's not anybody else's responsibility to be there holding your hand and telling you what's right and wrong. So you kind of have to pull yourself out. Make the decision to pull yourself out. And start living life on your own. Because once you're out of it, once you've kind of noticed, it's hard to go back and be tricked. They will try. Your mind will try. The devil will try you. But you'll be able to catch it. Whew. And once you've caught it, or once you've learned to catch the manipulations, the thoughts, you can really start noticing things that go on inside of you that just don't make sense. Life really starts changing. You find a lot of peace, a lot of freedom within just your everyday life. It's like you struggle with yourself, right? Your ego. that evil spirit, whatever you want to call it, whatever name, whatever identity you put on it. You've been so accustomed to it your whole life, you don't recognize it. You don't understand when it's happening. You don't see it when it's happening in broad daylight to you. You can go to maybe you go inside of a store to look for like some deodorant, let's say. You end up coming out with some bag of chips with a pack of drinks that you saw in a commercial the other day, or this product that you saw being advertised all week. You find yourself buying some toothpaste that doesn't have fluoride in it, that has this to make your teeth whiter, or this and this. You go to a certain restaurant that's inside of the same grocery place because all of a sudden you just wanted that drink. Meanwhile, you hear music playing all over the store that's making you feel all happy. All of the courtesy clerks are looking at you smiling. Hi, how are you today? Or doing the opposite, not looking at you and not saying anything to you. And so now you're kind of in this emotional state of mind and you're overthinking. It's like, I wonder why they didn't say hi to me. They said hi to everybody else. Ooh, look, it's the ice cream that I've always wanted. Oh, hey, maybe I should grab some more chicken wings. It's just being aware, being present, so that you can go in there and be like, wait a minute, what was I in here for? All I wanted was deodorant. Why do I have all these things in my cart? I need like none of the stuff that I have in here I need immediately. Where do these cravings start? Why do I need to buy a coffee in the middle of the day? I had a coffee this morning. Thank God it's not too hot today. I'm gonna walk over here, see if I can see. I moved to Arizona and started seeing cactuses everywhere. But out here in California, I never really took the time to notice that we have them here too. It's kind of crazy. It's a super nice day. It's nice and sunny, but it's still kind of cold because of the rain that we've had the past couple days. Little bit of rain. Not too shabby of a day. It's my second day off in a row. This one came a little bit unexpected, but I took the time to do a little car wash. Might rain tomorrow, but at least I got dirt off my car. Got myself some brand new shirts. I'm getting a little bit more size since I've been working out. Got myself some undies. The squats are working. Just trying to stay present. Because when you're present, it's a lot easier for you to navigate and to look out for those things that take advantage of you throughout your life. It controls your income, controls your emotions. There was a show that, well, a YouTuber that I used to watch. He always talked about something that he would see that he held very tight onto. Was a sign that said, be careful for your thoughts. They become your words. Be careful for your words, for they become your actions. Be careful for your actions because they determine your life. And I believe you definitely have to be careful with your thoughts, but also be careful with other people's words, because their words can become your thoughts, and then those thoughts become actions, and they manipulate the outcome of your day, of your life. I think I'm going to keep this video short. I'm done with my walk. I could see my vehicle from here. Doesn't mean my exercise is done. Probably going to do a little bit of kettlebell. Just try staying present. Try practicing not being taken away by thoughts. Try noticing things that try to generate thoughts inside of you. Pay close attention to what you pay attention to. Let the music come in. My voice gonna quiet down.
Woke up in a haze, my mind on repeat, spinning in circles, stuck on the speed. The world feels like static, caught in a glare. Gotta pull the plug, I need some fresh air. Shattered the sky, breaking apart. Rip out the wires, wrap around my heart. Lost in the noise, but I'm taking control. Breaking the strings, reclaiming my soul.